Oh God, your dog just bit you. Does this mean that they're a bad dog? Does it mean that they don't like you anymore? Although dog bites can be severe, most are relatively minor. Actually, there are several different reasons why a dog might bite, and not all of them are bad. Sometimes, unbelievable as it sounds, your dog putting their mouth on you can even be a good thing. In this video, we're going to look at 10 reasons why a dog bites you, from the very bad to the very good. But before we dive in, why not subscribe and join our canine loving community for more tips and tricks on how to care for your dog? Reason number 1. The most obvious reason why a dog might bite, and the cause of most genuinely serious bites, is fear. Dogs lash out when they're scared just like humans do. A dog who feels cornered or under attack is more likely to bite. You can recognize when a dog is starting to feel freaked out by looking at their body language. Are their teeth out? Are their hackles, the line of fur that runs along their spine, standing on end? Are they growling? If you notice a dog showing signs of aggression, then you can de-escalate the situation by slowly backing away. Reason number 2. Some people get super cranky when they're feeling unwell, and some dogs are the same. If a dog seems unusually aggressive, then that can be a sign that they're experiencing some pain or discomfort that is making them act out. This kind of situation can easily escalate to biting, especially if the bite happens after you touch them on a specific part of their body. If a dog experiences sudden extreme pain, they can sometimes lash out blindly in response. If you accidentally aggravated an unseen injury, then that could explain why your dog bit you. Reason number 3. Resource guarding is a problematic behavior exhibited by dogs when they become too possessive over a place or object, to the extent that they start growling when somebody looks like they're about to steal their object or invade their space. If an unsuspecting human hand starts reaching over at this point, then it's common for the dog to respond with their teeth. In general, never try to snatch something from your dog's mouth. For situations where your dog starts chewing something that they shouldn't, train them to drop or leave it so that you won't have to approach them. Reason number 4. To a certain extent, you have to remember that biting is a natural behavior for dogs. Most dogs won't seriously bite their friends, but they might nip at each other occasionally. As puppies, dogs learn the difference between just playing and a serious bite through trial and error, seeing how their siblings respond to their attempts to play and adjusting their behavior accordingly. Unfortunately, most humans are more delicate than most puppies when it comes to being nipped, so puppies who move into their forever homes have to learn these boundaries all over again. If a dog wasn't trained in puppyhood to be gentle with humans, this can cause them to grow up into a dog who bites. They're not being mean, they were just never taught how to properly behave. Reason number 5. Sometimes a dog might not actually bite you, but will rather put their mouth around your arm, like they're pretending to bite you, but won't then apply any pressure. This technically isn't actually biting. It's called mouthing, and is a common displacement behavior in dogs. Displacement behaviors are behaviors that occur when an animal or person is unable to do something that they really want to do, thus creating some extra energy that needs to be worked off. A human equivalent would be a little kid doing the potty dance when they need to go, but don't have access to a toilet. Reason number 6. Breed can play a role in how likely your dog is to bite. The bitiest breed is, surprisingly enough, the Chihuahua, followed by the Dachshund. It's always the ones you least suspect. Small breeds are more likely to bite, as are some working breeds. Herding dogs like border collies are bred to use their ancient predatory instincts to herd sheep, which can occasionally involve snapping at them to get them to do what they're told. Unfortunately, herding dogs aren't always too picky about what they're herding. Sheep are obviously the ideal option, but they'll also accept ducks or even young children. Young children aren't always that obedient, shocking we know, so they're more likely to get seriously nipped as the dog tries to get them to do as they're told. Reason number 7. We all love playing with our dogs, but it's important to ensure that your pup understands the difference between playing with you and playing with another dog. Dogs naturally bite and snap at each other when they're playing, which, as we mentioned above, can cause problems due to humans having much more delicate skin. We don't have a layer of fur to protect ourselves. If your dog isn't used to playing with humans, then they may bite simply because they don't know that it's inappropriate. If a dog has been trained out of play biting, however, then they might still snap occasionally if they get carried away in the moment. No dog is perfect, and it's important to stay aware of your dog's mood so that you don't allow them to get too excited. Reason number 8. Dogs are famously needy creatures, requiring almost constant human attention in order to be happy and healthy. If your dog feels like they're not getting enough attention, accurately or not, they may start engaging in attention-seeking behaviors such as snapping or nipping. It can be hard not to give in to these kind behaviors when they crop up, no least because it's slightly painful to ignore them. In order to train your dog out of the behavior, however, you have to avoid giving in. Tell your dog no when they nip you and then move away. Wait until they stop nipping or engaging in any other disruptive attention-seeking behaviors, then give them the attention that they crave, along with praise and potentially a treat. Once your dog learns that staying quiet and still is a better way of getting your attention than barking and biting you, the problem should resolve itself. Reason number 9. Dogs are pack animals. Thousands of years ago, your dog would have been a wolf, dependent on their packmates for their very survival. In the modern era, you are their pack, and they consider it their responsibility to keep you from harm. This instinct, sweet though it may be, can vary in its usefulness. Some dogs make excellent guardians. The internet is full of cases like that of Axel, a British dog who saved his 86-year-old dog parent from a home invader by biting the attacker and chasing him from the home. In other dogs, however, this instinct can manifest as an unnecessary viciousness towards anybody and everybody that the dog doesn't know, including partners, friends, family, and delivery people. Another situation where your fur baby's protective instinct can lead to issues is if your pooch is a new mama. A new litter of puppies can be a very exciting thing, but it's important to never try approaching the litter unless the mama seems comfortable with it. Mama dogs are more than willing to defend their babies if they think it's necessary. Reason number 10. Being bitten can hurt not just your flesh, but also your feelings. You may feel like your dog doesn't love you anymore, now that they've made the choice to bite you, but you'd be wrong. Dogs can sometimes bite their owners as a sign of love and affection rather than a sign of hatred. This kind of bite is better described as a slight nibble, and should not break the skin. Another name for it is cobbing, because when they do it, your dog might look a bit like a human nibbling on some corn. In reality, though, your dog isn't trying to eat you. They're trying to show you that they care. Young dogs are especially likely to engage in this behavior because it's a common way for puppies to communicate affection to each other when they're in the nest. If you don't find the sensation pleasant, although again it shouldn't hurt, you may be relieved to learn that most dogs grow out of it in adulthood. For more tips and tricks on how to build a better relationship with your best bud, why not check out this video on simple things you can do to boost your dog's happiness?